Peace, love, and light. Peace, love, and light. You know what it is. You know what time it is. It's nation time. I am your host, Grand Marrier Delight. And today, it's another episode, some old black shit. We black at it again, as usual. We talking, black women in business and getting to the money, man. Really, really, really getting to the money and really thriving out here as a culture, as a group, as a people. And somebody, that I'm personally proud of, that I've kind of seen, the grind, the hustle. I have Crystal. Welcome. How you doing?
I am well. I am well. Thank you so much for having me. I
So,
love that introduction. Thank you.
so tell the people a little bit about yourself. What kind of business you got? What's the name of your business?
Well, again, like you said, my name is Crystal. I own Luxuries by LaKay, and I consider myself a serial entrepreneur. I do many things. I have my hand in a whole lot of things. But for the most part, I do body contouring. So it's a non-invasive way to get in that body tight and right without you having to get on a table and go under. So we do everything from by getting rid of the fat, skin tightening, and cellulite. We also do microblading and non-invasive lip fillers as well.
So non-invasive, for my listeners, because I got something that's ignorant out there too. Non-invasive means like no surgical work, right? Like no
Exactly.
needles, no nothing, like no cutting being
Exactly.
done.
That's exactly right.
So, like, walk me through that process of I come in, I get, and can men do this too?
Men can do
Okay,
it and they do it.
really?
So yes, I
So
have
we
some men
concerned about
clients.
our shape and how we look too.
Yes.
Okay, right.
And a lot of men they don't want to get in the gym. A lot of them don't.
Yeah,
So just like women, they don't want to get in that gym. So it's
yeah.
like they're looking for the quick
It's the cheat
way to
code.
do it.
It's the cheat
The
code.
cheat
Okay.
code. Yep.
Do you give like any type of eating advice to go along with it? Like, can I come in there and eat two Wendy's sandwiches and then say, okay, I'm finna get this work done and I'm finna burn off all the calories I just ate?
Nope, not at all.
Yeah.
Because see, this is the thing. I tell my clients, you don't have to change up your diet drastically.
Yeah.
But you do want to maintain those results. And the way that you maintain them is by changing your eating habits and doing a little exercising if you can.
Yeah.
You
Just
know,
being mindful basically.
exactly.
Okay, okay. No, I can dig it.
Mhm.
So what we finna jump right into, is like always, we shoot the shit, at the beginning of every, episode and where we just talking. Let the people kind of understand and know who you are, as a person, right? You're bigger than the brand or more than just the brand. So Doritos or Cheetos?
Doritos.
Doritos. Temptations or Five Heartbeats?
5 heartbeats.
Heels or Kicks?
Heels, of course.
The Fearings restaurant or Rudy's?
I've never had fearing.
Never had Fearings?
Mm-mm.
So it's
What
like
is that, a steak?
it's like a high end, yeah, it's like American, but it's like you been to Three Forks or
I've been to
Prime
Three
Bro?
Forks.
Papa Bros.
Been about that.
It's like it's the equivalent of that. It's one of your exclusive restaurants in Dallas.
Okay, I'm gonna have to say Rudy's.
Rudy's,
Yeah.
okay, just because you had Fearings, okay.
Yep, and I love me some Rudy's.
Okay, single or relationship?
Relationship.
Okay, which must be done always, hair or your nails?
Oh, both.
If you had $5 left, which would you spend your last $5 on?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna say nails.
Your nails, okay. She gonna get. Hey, that's a first.
hard one.
Okay.
Ooh.
Hip hop or R&B?
R&B.
R&B. Okay. Now that's what's up. Well, now that's our shooting the shit, segment of the show. And the topic for today is hustling like a woman. Now, when I say hustling like a woman, I see a lot of times where I guess it's kind of being involved in business and going to different networking events. I see way more women than I do, any other group as far as, I'm talking about just dealing with us as far as black people. It's either women that's putting on the events. Like I see a lot of women in business meetings or events. I see even when I'm at the, all inclusive, where it's men and women and children too, sometimes in business, I see that most of the time in the room, the women are the ones with the almost close to, or if not Fortune 500 companies, you know what I mean, in the rooms, where it's like the men might have an idea or a hustle, but it's more of a hustle. It's not really a business. And we try to always separate the two of knowing that, okay, is this a hobby or is this a legitimate business? Like, do you still have a
Mhm.
9 to 5, or you actually being able to have a sustainable living off of your business that you have, your quote unquote business or whatnot. The state of black women in business, what do you think? Why do you think black women thrive so well?
I don't know. I really don't know how to answer this question.
Yeah,
I really don't know why it is that we thrive so well. I mean, we've we've been thriving.
yeah,
I just feel like now um we're doing it even more because of course with everything that's going on, a lot has been shed on the black community in a whole.
yeah,
So I feel like we're getting that support,
yeah.
that we were lacking before
From each other, as
from
far as
e-
from other black
from
women, or just as
yes,
from the community.
from other black women.
Yeah,
Even though we still have a long way to go.
yeah,
But I think it's gotten better.
yeah,
So we have that support. We kind of work together a little bit more now,
yeah.
collaborate. So that could be
Do you
one
feel,
main
especially
reason.
being in the type of industry that you in, do you feel that there is a lot of envy, a lot of hate? Just
Yes.
because it's the beauty industry, and either it's your personal individual look or it's the fact of the look that you are helping your clients to achieve. Do you feel that you received a lot of hate, or do you feel that like it's just really catty as far as amongst women?
I think it's a combination of all three of those.
Yeah,
Some people, I feel like we still, like I said, we have a long way to go. A
yeah,
lot of people do still have that crab in the bucket mentality
yeah,
when we all can get it together.
yeah,
But yeah, we do. I feel like yeah, women they judge you by your appearance and they're just like, oh, okay, she thinks she's all that or what have
yeah,
you, and then they start to hate on that. Or it could be the industry. They're trying to get to where you are in that industry and it's not happening for them. So then the envy comes,
yeah.
when they don't even know the backstory or how much work you had to put
To
in
get to where you at.
to get there. So yeah.
Yeah, because I think a lot of times too that we feel that there is only one king that can sit on the throne. You know what I'm saying? To a degree of, well, since she got this business, I'm not finna do that business or something like that, or automatically start hating because that person do have that same business. Like, nah, y'all need to come over here and shop with me because her business ain't, really all that. And I always ask people think about when you see a CVS or you see a Walgreens, normally they're on the exact same street, right
Yes.
across from each other.
Mm-hmm.
And shit, they might be sharing the same parking lot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Is how are they able to still do business and not worry about one another, still thrive, still do well, you know what I mean? And why is it because we are maybe not at the level of a CVS and Walgreens and we trying to get there? Or do you think that it's just simply it's something embedded in us as a culture that is bigger than just a business?
Ooh, I almost want to say it's something embedded in us. It's so
Yeah,
crazy because I've seen successful people like at the same level, they're still competing with each other.
yeah,
Um, so I don't know. I really wish that changes
yeah,
too. And that's why I'm all about women empowerment and I'm always trying to collaborate
yeah,
because we can go so much further together.
yeah.
You know, you can do it by yourself, but
Mm.
you'll get there faster with,
With
just
help,
with
working
help.
smarter, not harder,
Yep.
basically. As far as black men in business or black men, what are some things that you think that we can learn from y'all? As far as to do better and to be able to, like I said, seeing how y'all are thriving in not only education, graduating at a higher rate right now, with multiple different degrees, not just one, and also seeing how you are thriving in starting the business and executing the business. What is it that you think that black men can learn from your hustle and your grind?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I
What do you
don't really have
what
a
would you advise if I came to you and I said, Chris, I'm trying to start a business, but I really don't know what to do. Like, how can I be successful like you? But I got an idea to do. I want to make t-shirts.
what advice I would give you.
Yeah, as being a woman in business.
I would say, first of all, do a lot of research. You want to
Yeah,
know what you're doing
Yeah.
and be the best. I think that's the best way to be the best at what you're doing, by educating yourself and knowing everything there is to know about um whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
So educate yourself, and then you want to, what word am I looking for? Network.
Yeah.
You want to network. That's what I would say. And
Get
yeah,
out there and meet people,
yeah.
basically finding somebody. Because I think that is, I know we say it all the time, being cliche about your network being your net worth,
Mhm.
but I don't think people really just understand of because I might be an introvert or whatever. Like, nah, I really don't want to talk, or I really don't feel like selling somebody something. But you got to get to the point to where you believe in your own brand. You got to believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
before I eat tonight, I know I can sell this. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And really, really believe in whatever product or whatever service or whatever, like I said, entity that you may have. I don't think a lot of times that we just believe in what I have. Like we might think because it's trending and we follow in a trend and say, okay, I'm finna
Mhm.
jump on this trend. Like I said, somebody we see two or three of our partners selling shirts. So I'm like, man, I'm finna come up with me a shirt. I'm finna put, Marie initials on it,
I
and
was
so
gonna
something
get
like
to
that,
that. Yes.
And I think that that's an issue. What you think?
I think that's a major issue. Yeah. When see the thing too is people, they try to jump on what they think is popping at the time.
Yeah,
And that's when you don't become as successful as you may see that other person be, because
yeah,
that other person may have an actual passion for it.
yeah,
And anything that I do, I have a passion for it. I don't say, okay, I want to sell hair because I see this person is really doing her thing and it must be money in it. But a
yeah,
lot of people have that mentality.
yeah.
Like okay, she's doing this and she's always booked. I'm gonna try to do this. And it
Yeah.
just doesn't work out for
They don't
them.
see the marketing, they don't see the advertisement, they don't see
Hmm.
the pubbing that's done behind the scenes, or just the overall creating the brand and making sure that the brand is speaking for itself. Because you can have a phenomenal product, but if
Hmm.
your branding and your marketing is not on point, this shit ain't really going nowhere. You know what I'm
That's
saying? They ain't gonna
absolutely
move it.
correct.
It ain't crack. Crack can sell itself, but
Yep.
a lot of in business, you really got to put in a lot of behind the scenes work and do a lot of different things. And I don't think that we see those things often enough. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because like you said, if I see Crystal doing this and I'm saying, okay, boom, she's doing lip fillers and she's selling, she staying booked, she can't get a day off. Sure, I'm finna start doing lip fillers. So
Yep.
now I'm creating some old crazy concoction that putting in people's lips, and now I'm finna go to jail because I don't know what I'm doing. I
No,
thought I was finna try to get some little hustle or quick get
exactly.
rich scheme going on, but
And I've had many people reach out to me like that.
yeah,
That's what brought me to that point, or I'm glad you came to that point, because people see that um I'm doing so well with the lip fillers.
yeah,
And I know that these people do not have a passion for it, but they're in my inbox like, "Oh, show me where you're training at, because I just have to put that under my belt too."
yeah,
Because they have so many other things under their belt,
yeah.
but isn't doing anything with it. And I know these people personally.
Yeah. They haven't mastered one specific thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. You just adding extra. You're not Walmart. You know what I'm saying? You just adding any and everything on the shelves versus
Hmm.
while you ain't really thought about mastering. First, have you focused on the cool sculpting or the sculpting part yet? Make sure you got that
Yes.
all the way packed down before you
Yes.
start adding on the next body part. You know
I
what I mean?
absolutely agree.
Are you, and even speaking with something like that, if I was a client and I came to you and I went with somebody that didn't really know what they were doing and they messed up, is there a way that you can fix things like butt injections, lip fillers? Can that be fixed, or would they have to go to like another level? It's maybe might need to see a doctor or something.
Well, because I don't do anything under the knife,
Yeah,
you can't really mess up too much. Now, with the lip fillers, I have many people come in with asymmetrical lips. It may be bigger on one side than the other. And so
yeah,
they do need me to correct that, and I can.
yeah,
So I can always add more to one side, of course, to make it
yeah,
symmetrical. So I do have people that come in like that, and also even their eyebrows. One lady I had last week, actually, she came in and she needed a color correction. So we fixed that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely you can come in and I can
Yeah.
fix it.
Get you right.
Yeah.
And even with saying that, like if somebody messes up, like because what I'm thinking of, are we possibly choosing a lot of the wrong things as far as dealing with the culture? Because I always think about the culture first and foremost. As a culture or individuals, are we choosing the wrong businesses? How do you feel about? Are we choosing things that are going to push us further as a culture, or are we only thinking about just self, like my individual pockets first?
A lot of people are thinking about themselves.
Yeah,
I do believe that. And again, it goes back to what we just talked about. Just going with the flow, with
yeah,
what you think is gonna pop, or what instead of doing something that you are actually passionate about.
yeah. Do you feel that your not only let me not only say your community, but like family, friends, spouses, your individual tribe. How important is your support system to be successful?
You know what? For me and a lot of other people, they may not say it, but support is really major for me.
Yeah,
It just helps me I don't know, go harder.
yeah,
But it's like a catch 22, because when you tell me that I can't do something, it makes me go harder as
yeah,
well. But also when I have that support, it just fuels me.
yeah.
So it's like,
Women with their shit together, do you feel that they can be in relationships or be successful in a relationship?
I do.
You think
Yes.
so?
Yes.
Do you have to meet somebody at your level, or could you meet somebody with drive, but maybe not at the level of success that you are, as far as where you're at in business already, because you're already active, you're already going, right? So, but I
Hmm.
might be somebody that have an idea, but I have a lot of drive. Like I'm a worker, I'm gonna work hard and trying to get there, but I just don't know the direction where I want to go. But you see that vision, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Could a woman with her shit together, that is a level of success, be involved with somebody who is not?
I do believe so.
Yeah,
Yes. And I'll just I mean, just personally myself, if I see the potential in you,
yeah,
then I can do something with that.
yeah,
Uh I'm not that girl, you got some that's just like, oh, he
yeah.
has to be
You got to match
top
me
tier.
or
Yeah.
above me. Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
But if I see that potential and you are a hustler
yeah,
and it's in you,
yeah.
yeah, I
Do
can
you
deal with
bring
that.
them along to help out with your business starting off? Just so they
We
can
could
kind of
do
learn the
that.
ropes, or do you really like push them to say, okay, go ahead and do your own thing? Because I know a lot of times, and the reason I even bring this up, that this had recently been a hot topic. There had been a post that went viral recently about women that were successful, struggled in relationships or whatever, right?
Hmm.
Um, I don't know if it's because of you just simply don't have time, or just maybe you are expecting more than just somebody who doesn't have, um, who has a lot more time on their hands. You know what I mean? Do you feel that ultimately? My question is, bring them in your world, or would you push them to do their own thing just so that way they can kind of have their own separate identity?
Either or.
Yeah,
Um, I definitely would want them to have their own separate identity and do what it is that they want to do.
yeah,
Fortunately, I haven't been in those situations before. I
yeah,
have, my guys, they're always, already there.
yeah,
Um, but if it was to be that case, I would definitely want them to, already have a vision of their own of
yeah,
what they're wanting to do. And then I would support you in that direction
yeah.
right there. Yeah.
Now you said something that I just thought about when you said, when you tell me that I can't do something, right?
Hmm.
So if I'm telling you, if I have a certain level of business understanding, and I'm not necessarily trying to get you to see it in a negative way. I'm not trying to downplay your ideas or your plans or your vision, but I might be like trying to say, well, now this won't really here work, but maybe we can try it somewhere else. Maybe try another route to go, because I see the drive, I see the hustle. I see where you're trying to go with it, and I understand that the industry is important, but I might be trying to give you some. How do we ultimately? I guess what I'm saying is, how do you separate knowing that this person is for you and is trying to give you some advice to help you with this business, and not hating? You know what I mean? Because I think sometimes we pass that word like hating, or that this person is just negative Nancy. We just pass that shit around like a little too much.
Yeah.
I apologize. I cuss on this show. We cuss.
Okay.
It's
Well, I
cowboy
should have
shit for
been
real.
cussing
You can
then.
do your thing. It was open. We work for ourselves over here. So
Okay.
what
Okay.
do you feel that? Do you feel that how do you separate the two? How do you know that there is somebody that's being negative versus somebody that might still tell you no, but at the same time they are still thinking about your best interest?
You just have to know that person,
Yeah.
because I actually have someone in my life that has told me, you kind of jumping out there right now, even with
Moving
just
too fast.
you moving too fast. I think you should go this route. I told them no, I'm
Yeah.
going this route, and it pops for me.
Yeah.
So, they now look at me and they're like, "Oh, you staying busy, huh? You busy?" Because I was just online at first, and then I actually had a little place down here, actually inside this building. And then I kind of went online, and then I said, you know what, I want to do my own thing, because I shared it with someone when I was here. So I told them that same thing. I'm like, I want to do my own thing. I want to open up my own storefront. I'm just gonna go for it.
Yeah.
I've been waiting, and I've been like, God, when is my time? So when I did it, or I had that thought, they were telling me, nah, the pandemic and all this, you need to not
save your money. Hold on.
Yeah, stop. You moving too fast, and you whoop de whoop. And so I said, nah, I took my own money and I did my own thing, and now look where I'm at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, not that I told you so, but I told you so. But you have to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
But I knew that person, they had my greater good, at heart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's good. And I think that stepping out on faith is important, and knowing the difference between stepping out on faith and just like making the craziest risk. And I think we all have done it, to a degree, like where we wanted something so bad, right? That where we just made the impulse decision immediately, and shit fell straight on our face, something like that. And then because that's that catch-22 when a person tell you like, nah, I told you, you need to hold off or wait.
Yeah.
And then you like, damn,
Trust
man,
me.
I should not have done that.
Trust me. I was like, man, this gotta pop. This gotta go, because there's no way they
I ain't trying to hear this person mouth. I'm not trying to hear this nigga mouth for nothing. That's one of the. I think that was something that drove me so strongly, is whether it was from mama, whether it was from baby mama, whether it was from granny, any and everybody like that's in my intermediate circle, like I said, a part of my tribe and support system. They like, now, make sure you go get you focus on your career. You got you a good career. You making good money. Don't do this. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you have a plan together before you decide to jump out. I'm like, nah, I do got a plan. And I'm saying sometimes, like even when dealing with parents, they think that because you their child and they don't see you on TV, or they don't see you a part of the Fortune 500 companies, they don't think that really what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But they don't see the work that you're doing. You at the house, studying all day long, you reading all these books, and you going to all these different courses and classes, and paying a lot of money, even sometimes even traveling to go learn about some of this stuff. They don't really see that behind the work. And but yeah, I just think about, sometimes what really do feel me is the idea of proving people that I'm not gonna fail. If anything else, I might not make it to the level where I wanted to make it, but I'm gonna say at least I did all right though. It wasn't just all out crash, because like I said, I have had it, and that was like one of the worst things where I had to come back and say, damn, man, they was right. They were right. You know what I'm saying? And I think sometimes just having that negative energy around you, would just make the environment even worse. So your focus just ain't there. You know what I'm saying? Do you ever feel like because of the people that's around you, it's like, man, it's either that mentality started to wing off on you, or I just say like, yeah, they just create the environment to where it's like, nah, this shit ain't gonna work. You know.
Fortunately for me, the few people that I do
Yeah.
have as supporters that's in my immediate circle, they're supporters of
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
So even when I'm doing 1,000 things at once, I have some people that's like, oh yeah, that's it right there. That's gonna
Yeah.
happen. That's it. So they just always, supportive of me. And I don't have many. I
Yeah.
have a friend, like a few friends. I have my guy and my parents. They're very supportive.
Yeah.
But what we all know, and probably experienced is your family and your friends are going to be the last people to really support you and jump on
Yeah.
board. Like you just said, they don't think you really the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When to everybody else that you don't know, they think you the shit.
Yeah.
So it's not until they see you on TV or
Yeah, in
or
a
something
magazine or
like that in
something
a
like that, an
magazine,
article.
then they're like, oh, okay, you really, hey,
Yeah.
what's up, cuz? You
Yeah.
really would,
Yeah. Like, nah, don't high five a nigga
yeah,
now. Nah, yeah.
exactly.
And looking, even when I say even with dealing with family, do you ever, how hard is it for you to tell family no? And I know, because I know you got a lot of women probably in your family or at home girls, and they think because now you got your own business and you got this type of business that they need. Chris, can you come do my lips? Can I come over and do your lips? Okay, yeah, you can, but it's 125 too, to get that done.
It's
Versus what
not
they think
hard
they're
for
supposed
me.
to say. It's not hard.
It's not hard.
How do you tell
Because
them?
I'm just simply like, hey, I mean, okay,
Yeah.
you want that done. This is what it is. But again, I got those family members that's like, let me hold something every
Yeah.
time I see them. Oh, you doing big things,
Yeah,
cuz let
yeah.
me hold something. I'm like, nah, you got it. That's
Yeah.
how, you know what I'm
I ain't
saying?
even got it right now. I ain't gonna even lie
Yeah,
to you.
right.
My
I got
last,
bills still
yeah.
too. Outlet,
New bills.
right. But I have friends, fortunately for me as well. They want to pay full price.
Yeah.
They don't want a discount. And I appreciate them.
Yeah.
And just because you come in like that, I may still chunk you a bone. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But yeah, my friends, they like, hey, I want to pay full price.
Yeah.
I know that you got to pay your bills. And then they have businesses as well. So
Yeah.
they know,
It becomes a barter system almost to where you go support their business. I'm not going nowhere else to go get my body done but to Crystal. And then Crystal comes over. I'm not going nowhere else to get my nails done but to Sheila or whoever. You know what I'm saying? This person.
Exactly.
And I think that is also important. Seeing our friends and wanting to make sure that our friends are thriving just like how we are. Because I heard when J. Cole said, what good is first class if my niggas can't see it? You know what I'm saying? Like it's lonely at the top, but you don't want to be the man at the top of the mountain saying like, hey, y'all, look, I'm up here by myself and just so happy to be up here by myself versus where like, damn, okay, now I'm in this business. How can I get more people that's in my circle to get up here? Because really the more money that can be brought into this circle now, because you got your real estate business, but I got this clothing line, how can we start to invest in each other and now maybe get some type of conglomerate built?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And
because of the money that's traveling in between, I guess it's intermediate circle type. But now, so like I said, just dealing with family, and seeing, do you look at family, friends, people differently now because you are in business, because you are successful? Like, looking at even younger girls too and seeing the younger types of you, or maybe where you were once upon in life, like just shaking your head like, man, they just lost. And not having some type of form of knowledge of self to where we can maybe start to really believe in ourselves. How does a person believe in themselves without having, like you said, because you got the support, but everybody might not have that support that you have? What do you feel that some ways that people could really start to believe in themselves? Like, what are some things that they could do?
I'm not sure because it has to already be in you.
Yeah.
And I know that it's many people that don't have that support system, but they still get out here and do what they need to do. And they have that. So it just has to already kind of be in you that you are somebody, that you will be successful.
Mm-hmm.
It just kind of has to already be in you, I think.
Yeah. because I think even the idea of that when that fear sinks in
Mhm.
and you say, okay, I'm quitting my job today. I'm
Mhm.
leaving. No more doing no more corporate America or working wherever. I'm tired of working for somebody else. I'm gonna go work for myself. And I do it. And then I fail this time. And it's like, okay, them bills still rolling in. You still got kids. You still got other people in your ear. That's saying, okay, look, bills is due. What you gonna do? We need this money coming in. You holding us up. How do you feel that you still kind of like brush that off and say, okay, well, let's get back to it. What's plan B now? What's plan C? Because even though plan A didn't work, plan B is still there or plan C. Should you have a backup plan? Or should you still try to go
Sometimes
back to the board and focus on plan A and maybe try to figure out where you failed?
sometimes you have to go back to that 9 to 5,
Yeah,
and let that pay for the business that you're trying to create.
yeah,
You know, I don't tell people to just say, you may be tired out of your ass. Like, I'm tired of working for these people. Cause that's how I was. Like, I always knew early on that
yeah,
I was supposed to be my own boss. I did
yeah.
not like clocking in at a certain time. I had issues with coming back from lunch on time.
Just
Because
sorry.
when we break, we
We break
break.
for real. Nah, real shit.
I had issues.
Yeah,
I'm like, man, I'm having this ain't gonna work.
yeah,
So literally every job that I've had, I mean, it's nothing to brag about, but I got fired from every one of them.
yeah,
And it was really just, because I didn't want to conform to that,
yeah,
so yeah, I just knew early on that I wanted to be my own boss or whatever. Now I done missed my point. I don't know where we was going
yeah.
with this,
I'm saying as
but
far as focusing on
oh yeah.
going back to plan A, and even because that was going to actually be my ultimate next question about, dealing with the things of like being on corporate America. But go ahead, which as far as the plan A, should I focus on a new plan? Or like you said, maybe you might need to go back to that 9 to 5.
You may
So
need to go
I
back.
go back to the 9 to 5. What was that breaking point for you? Like you said, you always had it in you, but what was that like instant moment was like, okay, you know what? Forget it. I'm finna just be done with it. Or did you stack up, before you made that last move? But you
Yeah.
said you was fired though.
Yeah, I was.
Hey, come get this nigga, man.
Come get this.
Yeah, I was fired. They called me to the back. I'm like,
Yeah,
I already
you already know
know.
what time when
When
they
it's
tell you to
2 or
log
3
out.
of them
Yeah,
in the log out.
Oh, you can
Log
log
out.
out.
I already knew. But see, this the thing. I got fired because I was always on my computer putting in orders for my business.
So
And
you already had the business
I
rolling
already
before.
had yes.
Okay.
So I would be on, one screen here, Bank of America, and then the other screen here, I'm trying to put in orders, and I got everybody in, coming to my desk putting in
Yeah.
orders too.
Oh, so
So
she
my
just bleeding.
so,
You just hot as hell right now.
so
You
my
got
manager, she had called me a few times, and then after like that second or third, she just was like, come, log out, come to the
yeah,
back. And I knew then because I hurried up and clicked out when she
yeah,
fired me that day. And that's what it was for. And so I was like, you know what? All the time and energy that
yeah,
I am giving y'all,
yeah.
I can put that, into my business. And that was just like my turning point.
Yeah. Do you and I hear a lot of people say that everybody can't own a business or everybody can't have a business. Do you feel that everybody can own their own business, or do you feel that some people are meant to work at, like you say, Bank of America or have their own separate business? Because my thought process is if you can be a good employee, see, I know you a little bit different. So, but if you can be a good employee and you show up on time, you do your due diligence by working hard, you doing all the training courses and all that shit that you're supposed to do, and you staying at this job for 10 plus years, I don't understand why you can't put that same effort into a business. Like I ultimately do think that everybody could, the good employee could. Now, if you just sorry, I think you just sorry at life.
Yeah.
If you just a lazy person on the job, you're gonna be lazy in business because see now you don't have a company or a machine that's running itself and you still gonna get paid regardless as long as you show up. Everything that you do is on you now. You know what I'm saying? Every dollar that come in is on you. So do you think that everybody can be run their own business?
When you put it like that, I agree that if you are a hard worker on your 9 to 5 and you put in that same hard work to level up, that's your goal every year to level up at your 9 to 5. You can put that same energy into owning your own business, but not everybody is meant to be a business owner. Not everyone is a hustler.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You have to be a hustler. When you go to your 9 to 5 and you sit behind that computer, you clock in, you answer a few phone calls, every week or every 2 weeks, you're going to get a direct deposit.
Yeah.
Versus being a hustler, if I don't get out and go service them clients today, I will not get paid today.
Yeah.
So not everybody has that. I have to be on social media. I got to post.
Yeah.
I have to put out different incentives, for word of mouth.
Yeah.
You have to really put in that work.
Yeah.
And not everybody has that hustler's mentality.
Yeah. It don't stop, basically.
It don't stop.
It don't stop. And so you look at it, and that was a good point by looking at it on a daily thing. Like I have a certain goal that I'm supposed to meet every day. You know what I'm saying? Versus to where, like you said, if I work a 9 to 5, I work a job, in 2 weeks, I know I got a check coming in. That check gonna still be $1,500, because of I did my 80 hours and my check gonna be $1,500.
Right.
Versus to where, like you said, today you decided to take off. Get you your me time or whatever the situation may be. But if you don't have no employees working there for you right now, and if it's just solely you at the moment,
right,
ain't nothing shaking.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, you losing because you got overhead, you got a building you got to pay for, you got rent, you got all these things. So it's like you said, you got to think of everything to where it's like, shit, even if I got COVID, I got to get in there. I got to find some kind of way to get in there because I cannot afford to lose this building. Can't lose no money. I can't lose no clients. I can't lose no nothing because I'm not there. And if I'm not there, shit, that's the majority of the battle is at least showing up first.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And do you have clients? Do you have employees? I mean,
no.
Already? You don't have no. So it is all you.
It's just me.
So if anybody to come in that door, they looking for Crystal.
Yes.
So you are the face, you are the president, and you are a customer at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're a walking billboard, basically, for your company.
Definitely.
And do you make sure that you represent your company? Like my looks got to be on point. Everything got to be right.
Always. And I tell people that's like, if I'm gonna go to a dentist, it's no way that you can have messed up teeth. Yeah, and want me to come to you. No.
So, you got braces, but you my orthodontist.
Right. That's not gonna work.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely I take very much, pride in that. I am a walking billboard.
Yeah.
For everything that I do.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's ultimately important. And I be seeing a lot of them, whether it's barbers, whether it's beauticians, whether it's people that have something that or even if there's something that's in the fashion industry and they doing something like, damn, this nigga can't dress for shit. But he's supposed to be trying to sell me some clothes or sell me.
Right.
I gotta at least be able to believe in you first before I believe in whatever it is that you're trying to sell me. And like I said, I just be thinking it's like, I don't know if we just, because I know a lot of us are first time entrepreneurs, so I understand the lack of knowledge like that we might not have. So we winging it to a degree, but I'll say that we don't do enough like raising a hand and asking questions like, so who are you? How did you get started? What was your ranks or what was your process of going through whatever it was to get where you at? So that way, when I'm go ahead and decide to step off and leave my job, I don't make the same mistakes.
You know what else too, though? We may not have that, but it may be a reason that we don't have too many people that raise our hands, because when you do raise your hand to ask someone something, they don't want to tell you. They don't want to tell you where they got this from or how they got started.
Yeah.
I get that a lot.
And especially when we're talking about dealing with the Black community people. Listen.
Yep.
What I see the most from us is the fact that because I had to get it out the mud, I had to work hard, you need to work hard too.
Yeah.
So fuck all that trying to help and ain't nobody don't nobody owe you shit and all this type of, mentality versus to where what is so wrong for me just giving you the game on ways that you cannot fail. Like, don't do this. Trust me, because I did this. Like I be telling people all the time, but I had an actual restaurant, a brick and mortar. And I saw all the increments and the money. Like, so for example, this room that we sitting in right now, this floorboard couldn't even be like that. You would have to have that floorboard would have to be black to the T, around it in the restaurant, or you were going to fail. So if you have the COs, the permit people coming out, and they're looking at your restaurant, they're looking at that, and they see this, they're gonna fail you. So now you done paid your $400, and now you have to go. Basically, you're doing extra work, to get this place up and running, or have it to at least to where you can pass. Because if you don't pass, you can't operate. It can't be no business going on. Because if they see you got business, that's a fine. That's a major fine. If you got business going on and you hadn't even passed your COs yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it'd be small stuff like that I would give the people the game for. Because even if we were in the same industry, in the same business, you go do you. I got my own flavors over here. You might have your own separate flavors.
Exactly.
I believe in what I got. I believe in myself. And I believe in that I'm the best. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna show. But so I don't have to hate on you. And I wish you the best. I hope that you're successful.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm just trying to give you the game. And I think too, on the flip side, even with dealing with that, I think that is also another problem, that people feel that you might act like you know everything, or you know too much, because you try to offer them information. So now, once I feel that you are closed offish, or you kind of like against that information I just gave you, now I don't no longer want to tell nobody else nothing, because one, you didn't even tell me thank you. You know what I'm saying, for the information I gave you, because the information that I gave you, I had to learn and pay thousands of dollars for to find out. You know what I'm saying? I gave you that shit just on GP type shit. You know what I mean? And I do think that there is a flip side to that. But like I said, where if somebody sees somebody and they're not appreciative, or they are not planning to do anything with it, it's like, man, I ain't telling nobody else nothing.
That's true. Yep.
And I think we could do better. I think we could ultimately do better on helping one another. Like you said, the crab in the barrel mentality, knowing that crab's natural habitat is not the barrel, and finding a way to pull that crab up out of there versus pulling that crab, down, pulling that crab down, and just changing our mentality, and we could ultimately be successful, as individuals first, and then, maybe better our community. So just to close out everything, I always ask all, anybody that I interview or anybody that I talk to this: what would you say to your 12-year-old self? And then how would your 12-year-old self perceive you, the woman, now?
My 12-year-old self would be proud of me.
Yeah.
My 12-year-old self would tell me now, I knew it.
Yeah.
I've always knew that I was destined to be successful, even though I'm not where I want to be. But
do you think she would look up to you, or do you think she would look at you like a lame or kind of weird? Or
I think she would look up to me.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. What advice would you give her? What would you tell her?
As an adult, what would I tell my 12-year-old self?
Yeah.
Ooh.
We're getting deep, y'all. We're getting deep.
I don't know. I guess just keep going.
Yeah.
Just keep going. And, despite the naysayers.
Yeah.
Just keep doing you.
Yeah.
That's really it. Yeah.
How can the people follow you? What's your handles, your social medias? And again, tell them about the business and where the business is located at, and how they could, come and shop with you and indulge in the business.
Yeah, so y'all can follow me on Instagram. That's where I'm most active at. My business Instagram is LuxuriesByLakay. That's LuxuriesBy, Lakay, Laky. And my personal is I am Crystal Lakay, Crystal, the standard way to spell Crystal. Because everybody spells it so different. But and also again, so what we do is body contouring. Everything that I do offer is non-invasive. So we have the body contouring, we have non-invasive lip fillers, so no needles at all. We do microblading. So yeah, come by and see us. We are located seconds from the Galleria. So not too far. We're kind of in the middle.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Well, I'm proud of you. And like I said, I've watched the journey from afar and close, just to see, to come up in the hustle, and, definitely keep it up. And by any type of way that we can support or I can support, I most definitely will and are willing to do that to make sure that we as a people, thrive, and then as individuals are definitely to thrive as well. So this has been another great episode of Black Shit. We do this every week, and we just talk a whole lot of black shit. So again, thank y'all for tuning in and listening. You can follow me. I'm Grand Marie Delight, Marie Turner on Facebook, and it's Grand Marie Delight on all other social media platforms. And again, peace, love, and light, family.
I had fun. Thank you. Bye.